Local shares ended higher on Thursday, up by 19 points, or around 1/3% for the ASX 200. And that was noteworthy for the fact that it was the first improvement in 5 sessions. The strong performance that we saw over the course of last week has really seen a bit of a buy reluctance over the course of this week. So today was the first meaningful improvement that we've seen for some time. And it all turned around the improvements in 3 sectors by and large. Energy, oil prices continue to rise, so that's very supportive. But at the same time today, Santos stood out in that group, up by more than 2.5% on the suggestion that they are looking at resuming dividend payments, which of course always strikes the right chord with participants. Mining stocks also doing quite well. BHP and Rio were up by more than 1%, and the cornerstone for the day's gains was provided by the banks. The CBA, ANZ and NAB groups were up by around 0.75%. So they were the engine for last week's gains, and they've had a bit of a breather as far as recent sessions are concerned. But in the bigger picture, we've got a number of stocks that still remain around multi-year lows. In fact, in the case of Telstra, only a small improvement today, but that remains within sight of 7-year and record lows. AMP shares likewise, just a small advance today, but they remain within sight of 15-year lows. So elsewhere, as far as economic news is concerned, we had figures on job vacancies today. Over the course of the last year, we've seen job vacancies increase by 24%, which is the best outcome in 7 years. Encouraging news not only for the outlook for the unemployment rate, but also for wage growth. Looking ahead to the United States tonight, a bit of economic news out, but one of the more important pieces to look at will be a measure of inflation that the US Federal Reserve looks at quite closely. It's arguably one of the more important pieces of information that you get on a monthly and quarterly basis. That's the PCE deflator. That'll be something to look out for. The Aussie dollar is weaker at 73.5 US cents.